coming to our press conference and announcement here for what we've been dying to tell everybody about. We've kind of leaked it out in a few different ways. We've been dying to tell everybody about this for about a year now. Everything that we work on seems to take a really long time in the construction and real estate side of things, including putting together an event like this. But in order to put something together, and an event like this that is worthwhile doing, it takes time. Probably like building this restaurant, right, Graham? Yes. So I hate to read from notes, but I do have a few things that I want to make sure that I get across properly. So you'll see me looking down my notes a little bit. I hate doing that, but I've got to do it. Don't take notes from me on that, okay? So Sir Roger Bannister, Jim Ryan, Sebastian Coe, Hisham El Garouge, Alan Webb, and Bernard Lagat. What do all of these names have in common? All of these men have run well under 4 minutes for the mile. Englishman Sir Roger Bannister was the first to accomplish this feat in 1954, setting off a flurry of successful attempts in years to come. Prior to Bannister breaking this barrier, experts and doctors claimed that it was virtually physically impossible. They actually wrote reports and studies on why it was impossible to break the 4-minute mile back in the 20s and 30s. The current world record for the mile is now 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Considerably different than 4 minutes. Saturday evening, June 8th, 2019, downtown Yakima will become part of this ever-changing story with the running of the inaugural Virginia Mason Memorial Downtown Yakima Mile. 11 heats beginning with the Sozo-sponsored Sports Family Mile, a high school race, a race for 7 to 14-year-olds, a race specifically for emergency responders, a race specifically for wheelchair and hand cycle athletes, and finally the Invitational Elite and Pro Level prize money race with over $35,000 up for grabs over these just 2 races. Elite men and elite women. 1 mile, point to point, running downtown, running down Yakima Avenue at a very slight downhill grade from start to finish. The prize money events follow the Invitational Junior Elite Race designed to showcase the Northwest's fastest junior high school age runners. The final event, and by far the most important, the quarter-mile kids race, where every child under the age of 7 will have a chance to run with the elite runners and cross the finish line in front of a cheering crowd. Due to the generous sponsorship by Virginia Mason Memorial Hospital, every youth under the age of 18, no matter what race they're entered in, will run for free and receive a t-shirt. This is a community-sponsored event with the goal of inclusion and participation. Why this event? Why now? What has brought us all together to realize this vision? The vision for this community and elite event was launched years ago by my good friend of mine, Eric Mickelson, and myself. It's been a lot of hard work, and we'll continue to test our resolve to put on a world-class sporting event. It has been difficult, and that is exactly why we chose to go down this path. We do these things not because they are easy, but because they are difficult, just like running a fast mile. Bricks and mortar do not build communities. People in passion build communities. As a real estate development company, what are we really selling? We're selling and marketing the communities that we live and work in. Our product is Yakima, not real estate, not bricks and mortar. When Yakima wins, the community wins, its economy wins, and we strengthen the ties to the communities around us. This is why we are involved in the community, not just as a real estate development company, not just as a medical supply company or a hospital system, an athletic sporting company, a the Yakima School District, a glass company, a restaurant, not as a landlord, not as a credit union or a general contractor, but all as ambassadors of Yakima. So I would turn it over to the Yakima School District and Virginia Mason Memorial Hospital, and they have a few words as well as a couple of our partners in the event.
Well, first of all, how cool is this event?
Woo!
It's been said that potential is everywhere, but in many cases, opportunities are not. And through the generosity of Virginia Mason, as I said, that all the youth who participate in any of the events, it's for free. They get to participate. So with the potential that they will have the same opportunity as others. So I want to thank all the partners, Outback Development, Virginia Mason, and the others who are here today on behalf of our students. We know that they're also supportive of our program, which is the prevention of violence. And we do have a three-pronged strategy that we're implementing throughout our district and community to prevent violence. And so the proceeds from this will go towards helping us achieve that goal as a community. But we're just pleased, beyond words, frankly, to be a part of this. It's going to be a cool evening, not only in weather, but cool just watching those runners tearing down Yakima Avenue. Thank you for this opportunity.
You're welcome. So at Virginia Mason Memorial, you're right, we are a healthcare system. But at the very peak of our strategic pyramid is our purpose statement. And as you just noted, communities are built on people with passion. And at Memorial, our purpose statement is inspiring people to thrive. And this event, sponsoring this event, and the event itself is so consistent with what we're all about. Not only that, we're also about healthy communities. And healthy communities come about in a number of different ways. And obviously supporting our education systems, doing things to prevent violence is also very consistent with the work that we would like to do at Virginia Mason Memorial. And we too feel honored that you have asked us. We feel honored to be a part of this, and look very much forward to the day.
Thank you. Any questions?
When do tickets?
Fun event. Yeah. It's over, when I say $35,000 in prize money, that's $25,000 in prize money for these elite level runners over these two races. Top 5 in each event, men and women in the elite only races are getting prize money with $5,000 going to the winner. Our company, Hogback, has underwritten then further another prize bonus where if you run as a man or a woman, if you run the fastest mile time ever on Washington State soil, which was just broken again, a month ago? Last month at Dempsey Indoor Field at the University of Washington was 3 minutes and 52 seconds by I believe, a domestic athlete, correct? So if you beat that time, you get another $5,000 bonus. So an individual runner could walk away with over $10,000 in prize money for running downhill on Yakima Avenue. The elite junior athletes are going to find themselves with some pretty cool swag bags. We won't be giving out prize money for the junior elite athletes for multiple reasons. One, because it's not what it's all about for them, but swag is cool. So we'll try to get some really cool swag, right, Aiden? Aiden's my 12-year-old son and an avid runner. And then in the open race, there is some prize money for the winner of each event, and then the Masters winner of each event in the open races. So, and the elite level part of the race is going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. But what we're really excited to see is that quarter-mile kids dash at the end, where at the end of the race, at the end of the night, it will be 8:30, 8:45 p.m. There's no registration needed for it. We're going to get all of the kids under the age of 7 up to the last quarter mile. We're going to have the elite level runners follow them back, start the race, and it's more for fun and bragging rights than anything, but they're going to get to run with those elite level racers, and then immediately finishing that, a signing autographs from these elite level runners. The other thing that I want to mention that I didn't mention, that maybe may have been in the press release, it's going to kind of put this race on a national scale. There's another organization that started a few years back called Bring Back the Mile. And Bring Back the Mile is all about that story vision of the story of the mile going back to Roger Bannister in 1954, and this resurgence of these point-to-point mile races across the United States. This nonprofit, Bring Back the Mile, was started by a bunch of Olympians and top-level athletes, and they've created a tour. It's a Grand Prix tour with its own prize money. There's 6 races across the United States. This has been going on for a few years. You can get points if you run in each of the 6 races, and then the winner of those races, in addition to the prize money at each event, gets more prize money. We are part of that Grand Prix tour. We are one of those 6 races for the 2019 Bring Back the Mile Grand Prix tour schedule. There's at this point, if you now include ours, I believe we have over $135,000 in prize money over those 6 races. And last year there were a considerable number of these athletes that went to all 6 races and ended up, I think the winner of the tour ended up making $70,000 or $80,000 last year just running 6 one-mile races across the United States. So another way to put Yakima on the map is what we're looking to do, and it's going to be a fun community night.
Can you talk a little bit about the idea of a highway event and you could have like a 10-day race, or the fact that it's right down Yakima Avenue?
And you're with the Downtown Association of Yakima, and so I love the question, but anybody can chime in. But the fact that Yakima Avenue is a straight shot into the downtown core of Yakima, and it's a slight downhill gradient, point to point, it makes it ideal for a race like this. And I mean, I went to Eisenhower, I ran track for Eisenhower, ran track and cross country, and going way back to even high school, I always thought it would be really cool to have a 1-mile race down Yakima Avenue. And now I'm 41, and I get to help create the vision that I started having when I was Aiden's age.
That's very cool.
Running track and cross country. So it's not just about the profile of the road and that it's point to point and that it's slightly downhill. It's also that it's the perfect place to showcase Yakima on Yakima Avenue in downtown Yakima, ending right here at Taoiseach Canyon Kitchen.
Registration's live. People can.
Registration is live. The website is live. The Facebook is live. We kind of held all of that off until yesterday, today, on purpose, so that we could all in one day let you know what was going on. So registration is live. If you're an elite level runner, you would work with our elite athlete coordinator. He's out of Bend, Oregon. His name's Casey Campbell, and you actually have to apply to get into the elite level race. You have to provide a verified time. We then verify the time, or Casey does, and then you find out a couple weeks before the race if you got into the elite level race. If you did it, you can still run the open race.
Do you know how many volunteers will have involved in the event?
As many as we can get, but we just brought on. I hope she's accepted the position as volunteer coordinator, Megan Schrenk, and she'll be helping us pull together somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 volunteers. I believe Michelle has had some success with the Yakima Firing Center, getting some of the military from the firing center to help out. We've got some parent volunteers and things like that we would pull from Sun City track and cross country program, the We Are Ike program from Eisenhower, and we'll just be pulling as many volunteers together as we can from now until June 8th. And I'm sorry I forgot to introduce Michelle Blanchard. Michelle Blanchard is who you all have received the invitation from. Michelle is the event director, the event coordinator. She started with Hogback roughly 1 year ago, and as in charge of special projects. And this special project ended up becoming the most special project. And I believe she's worked about 80% of her week every week for a year on the Yakima Mile. So if we could give Michelle a round of applause. Her work is not over yet. It's just beginning. So, any other questions? Well, we hope to all see you all out there either running or volunteering or both. If you can't do both, that will be highly encouraged. So spread the word. Spread the word as much as you can. This is the plan, the vision is that this is a community-oriented event. It's for the kids, but just as much as it's for the kids, this elite level event is going to kind of help bolster it up, put Yakima on the map within the running community and beyond. So thank you all for coming.